Susan Purnima and I welcome you all to my class of English. Now student, today I am going to revise an elementary school classroom in Islam. Yesterday I have also revised this poem with you, but the remaining part still left, so I am going to revise once more. So now children, this poem is written by Stephen Spenter. Children, he is dealing here with the social injustice and social inequalities with the children who are living in the slum area. The children of Islam school are like the scum of the earth. Their faces are pale and they are in depression. They are never happy. They inherit diseases from their parents. They belong to the dirty world of crumpled old. The poet thinks that the gap of the two roads, that means the gap of the two worlds, that is the world of the happy children from the light words and the world of these children who is living in an unhygienic surrounding should be abridged. It should be, gap should be there. Because these children, they also have right to breathe in the fresh air. They should be allowed to have full mental as well as physical development. So children, this is the thing this poet want to tell you. And children, I will be telling you some summaries. School children at Islam, some of the school children are sitting in a slum school which is there in the slum area. In the name of a school, it is only a room with a children with one dull wall and a dirty room is there. Okay. Even the student, they are there with a pale face and lifeless faces. Their disorderly hair are torn around like a rootless wild plant. They are depressed and keep their head down. Their growth is blocked and they inherit the diseases of their parents. They do have dreams. The sweet young boy sitting at the back of the dim classroom dreams of a squirrel game. He dreams of other interesting and beautiful places different from his dull and drab classroom. A girl is also there who is sitting with a pale face. Her head is bent down. Her head is bent down, children, and because she is full of depression, because life is not a children. It's very sad for her. It is full of responsibilities for her, and she is under the burden of the poverty and lot of responsibility. So that is the reason that she is bending her head down. And children, these children, they also inherit the disease of their father or the parent, the sweet, but some of the children who are very small, who is still not burdened with the life, children, they are still dreaming. Like the small, there are only 2 or 3 students are there in the classroom, and one of the boys very small, but he is still dreaming that he is playing around the tree. Which game he is playing? The squirrel game he is playing. Now children, the poet has also described the world of the rich people, which is not the world, it is very much far away and which is very different from the world of the people who are living in the slum area. Neither literature nor the institution have anything to do with these unfortunate children. The bed and flowery world of the rich is quite foreign in them. The map of the world is drawn according to the will of the powerful people. The world has no relationship with the world of dirty people, area of the slum, and these people who are very sad and living in an unhygienic condition. The world of the children living in slum is confined to narrow streets sealed in with a lead sky. Their stinking world is far, far away from the spacious world of river and stars. Now children, the poet is telling that some of the people are telling this is a plot, the slum area is a plot on their map. and they are telling, he is telling children, the poet is telling, what is the use of literature and Shakespeare for the children of their slum school? Nothing. The picture of flowers, bells and beautiful valleys have no meaning for them. The map of the world is meaningless for them. It doesn't include their narrow lanes and cramped food in it. The world of the rich and the powerful has so many beautiful things. It has ships, sun and love. They tempt these unfortunate children. They vainly try to steal them. These children live on the heap of waste in the slum area. All their time and are spent in the foggy slum. These ugly slums are like little hells. Their ugly plots on their map. The world of the rich and the powerful people is just divided. Now children, freedom from bond. In the last stanza, the poet has described that they should also be freedom from the bond. All the governors, teachers and other responsible persons owe a dirty duty to these children. They can't have their own separate cozy world, and these children should live in a separate dirty world. So these are two different and distinct words. They will have to be abridged. That means the gap should be made lesser. Anything that binds and blocks the progress of these slum children will have to be broken. Their world must not be confined to narrow lanes and cramped hold. It must extend and expand to the vast golden coast of the azure sea. They will have to be given complete freedom to express themselves. The pages of book must open for them. Only those who have the warmth and strength of the sun create history. So, children, the children of an elementary school classroom in Islam look pathetic and miserable. They have pale faces. They are like rootless wild plants. They are distressed. The burden of life keeps their head bent down. Children, in the beginning, a girl is described that she is keeping her head which is weighed down. So children, she is in distress and the burden of life keeps her head bent down. They also have dreams. They also dream of moving out in the open. They want to see squirrel games. Literature and the word of Shakespeare are useless for them. The civilized world is of no importance it's only of importance for the powerful people, but not of these people. Their powerful dictators shape the map of the world at will, but their word is not the word of these unfortunate children. Means they are drawing the map, they are having so much power to draw the map, okay, but they are not giving these children a place in their map. They think it is a plot to the humanity in the map. The future of these children is foggy and uncertain. They live in narrow streets, sealed in and with a lead sky. River caps and starry places exist only in their dreams. The slum in which they live are nothing less than living hells. Actually, they are a blot on their civilized world. The window to the world of joys and comforts are shut for them. Governor, teachers and the powerful people must bring them out of their dirty slum. Everything that binds them should be broken open. Their world must expand. It must extend to the blue waves, the gold sand and the green fields. They must have freedom of expressing and learning. So children, this is all about the poem in short. And yesterday children, I have explained you the first stanza of the poem. What was in the first stanza? The children are sitting in the classroom of a slum area. They are far away from the winds or sea waves. And their hair is like compared with the weed of the sea. Which is this in the form of a disorderly and kept hair on their pale faces, look like rootless plant weed. And children, the tall girl is sitting there in distress. She keeps the head down. That boy who is sitting in a corner is very thin. His eyes are bulging out like those of the rat. So children, this girl, she is sitting down with a depress and children, lot of distress, and she is in a depressed mood, and children, she is full of liability and the burden of life. She keeps her head down. The boy who is sitting in a corner is very thin. His eyes are bulging out like those of the rat, but he is dreaming also. His growth is blocked and the body remains undeveloped. He had inherited twisted bone of his parents. Actually, he is not reciting a lesson from his text. He is enumerating the naughty disease of his father. A sweet young boy sits at the back of the dark room. He is unnoticed. Dream seems to be alive in his eyes, and he dreams of outdoor games outside his dull and drab classroom. His dreams of squirrel playing games in the hollow of the tree. So children, this is the word in the first paragraph. Now children, today I am supposed to tell you about the second paragraph, okay, second stanza, and before that we will read the stanza. On sour cream walls, donations, Shakespeare had. Cloudless at dawn, civilized dome, riding all cities, built, flowery. Tireless valley, open-handed map, embodying the word its word. And yet for these children, these windows, not this map, their word, were all their futures painted with a fog. A narrow street sealed in with a lead sky, far, far from rivers, cap and stars of world. Now, so children, first I will be telling you some of the important word meaning. Sour is unpleasant here. Our sour cream walls. Children, the wall of the classroom is very dull. It's like a sour cream. That means the wall is very dull here. And children, the color is cream, but it is faded and it has look yellow. Okay. So Shakespeare is children. It is told here that donations Shakespeare had. The children, there are a lot of gifts are given to the classroom by the rich people. Like children, there is one picture of Shakespeare head painting is there on the wall, on the dirty or on the pale or the faint wall of the classroom. The gift given as donation and the picture of Shakespeare head are hung on the unpleasant creamy wall of the room. So the walls are very unpleasant, dull, dirty, but they are useless for these children. Now what now children? These children, they don't know about literature. How they will know about Shakespeare and all? For them, only the poverty, due to poverty, children, their heads are bent down. Lot of responsibility. They are living in the world of unhygiene, sickness, poverty, sorrow, sadness. That is only their world. So how children, they will have time to look at the picture of Shakespeare and enjoy about his lesson. Cloudless at dawn, civilized doom riding all cities. Donation, children, one thing you can note down, donation, other thing given as gifts. Shakespeare head is a picture or a statue of Shakespeare head. Now, dawn, early morning, children, before the sunrise, it is dawn. There are other pictures hung on the wall too. In the early morning, the sky is cloudless. So in the early morning, the sky is cloudless. Okay. Civilized dawn. Here, institution of the civilized world is there. And now, children, the institution of the civilized world is also completed here. Open-handed man. High flowers pervade in Royal Valley. That means, children, why this valley is there? Because they have to compare the beautiful word of the school of the rich people by this school in the slum area. So children, in the early morning the sky is cloudless. High domes of building of the civilized world shine in every city. Music of bells and fragrance of flower pervade in Tyrol Valley. The map of this world is made and reshaped by those dictators like Hitler in power. So children, Tyrol Valley is most beautiful valley, and here children the school is shining early in the morning. Why it is shining early in the morning? Because children, um, there is a this beautiful building is shining early in the morning because the sky is cloudless. Okay, the bright light of the sun is there, and the beautiful flowers are there. Let me children see the atmosphere. The dirty atmosphere is there, the unhygienic atmosphere where there is in the slum area, and here the beautiful atmosphere is there, which is full of fragrance of flower, beautiful sunlight, neatness. Okay, and children, the map of this world is made and reshaped by those dictators like Hitler in power. The partition it apart and impose their word on others. For these children, the word painted in the picture is meaningless. So children, to these children, where the children are very happy, the beautiful atmosphere is there, they would love to read about the great artists like Shakespeare. And while as children, these people, they are in poverty, the unhygienic condition, they are not even having a piece of bread to eat peacefully, full of diseases. They are getting inherited the disease of their parents, leave beside the nourish food. They don't even have a proper food also to eat. So their world is full of sorrow. The partition it apart and impose their word on other. For these children, the word painted in the picture is meaningless. They own dirty and unpleasant surrounding from their own world. They live in a world where the fog of uncertainty dominates their future. They are doomed to live in the narrow streets, closely in by the bluish grey sky. Their world is far away from rivers, gaps, and stars. So, children, um, some of the meaning you can note down. Once again, I will tell you the meaning. Sour means unpleasant. Donation or the thing given as gift. Shakespeare head is the picture of the head or the statue of Shakespeare. Dawn is early morning before the sunrise. Civilized dome is the institution of the civilized world or the school of the civilized world. Tyrol's Valley. The valley in Tyrol is in Austria. It is in Austria. An open-handed map. Map of the world drawn at will by the dictators like Hitler. Awarding is giving the award. Its word, the word as partitioned by the conquerors. These children of the slum area, not this map, the other word of important rich and civilized people. Fog is a thick mist, and children, lead sky is a bluish grey sky. Fog is away, gaps is places of high land sticking out into the sea. So children, these are some of the difficult words of this stanza. And now children, we will come to the I will be telling you like what are the donation and picture of Shakespeare had placed. So children, all the donation and the picture of the Shakespeare head is placed on the dull wall or the so creamy walls, which is dull. And the children, what do you mean by awarding the word its word? It means the conqueror and dictators award and divide the word according to their whims. This word is the word of rich and important people, nothing to do with the poor people who are living in the slum area. Children, which word is of the children in a slum school and which word is not their word? The word of the rich, of civilized domes, bell and flower is not the word of these children. Narrow lands with foggy skies from the word of these children. And children, the future of these children is uncertain and bleak. The children crave for openness, the crave for rivers, the starry sky. They want to get rid of narrow and crowded lanes here. Okay. So children, this is the end of the explanation of the second paragraph or stanza. Also, I have explained all the difficult word meaning, all the difficult expression I have told. Now we will come to the third stanza. Children, this window, not this map, and yet for these children, this window, not this map their world where all their futures painted with a fog, a narrow street sealed in with a lead sky far from rivers, gaps and stars of world. Now, what does the map on the wall signify? The map on the wall signifies the world drawn and bartered by the rich and the mighty. The map on the wall signifies the world drawn and bartered by the rich and the mighty. These are now children. What does the map on the wall signify? So the map on the wall signifies the world drawn and bartered by the rich and the mighty. That children, that is a world divided by the rich and the powerful people of the world. These are now children. It is here, one word is there, these children. So who are these children? These children are school children living in a dingy and dirty slum. Their world is foggy, narrow and polluted. It is far from the open sky, clean rivers and gaps. The poet doesn't foresee any future for the slum children. Their future is not bright but foggy. What is the condition of the classroom wall? The condition of the classroom wall is really children pathetic. Okay, and so many pictures are there, but they don't have to. You cannot see. Now, children, I was talking to you about the third stanza we were doing. Okay. Surely, Shakespeare is wicked, the map a bad example, with ships and sun and love tempting them to steal. For life let stylish turn in their trampled tours, from fog to endless night. On their slag knee these children wear skin, peep through by bones and spectacles of steel, with mended glass like water bits on stones. All of their time and space are foggy slums. So blot their maps with slums so as big as room. So Shakespeare, children, let me tell you some of the first of the important meaning. Shakespeare is wicked, the map is bad example. So surely here the word is, this paragraph is starting with the word surely, and here surely means definitely. Wicked, children, not good or no good. Tempting is enticing. E-N-T-I-C-I-N-G. Tempting means enticing. To steal away those comforts and run away secretly. Slyly is secretly. Trampled is narrow, holes is layer, endless without any end, slag, waste material, peep piles, peep through, emerging, spectacles, glasses, bits, pieces, foggy, full of fog, slum, dirty settlement, plot is blemish, their map with place for the rich. Okay, doom is ruin or hell. Shakespeare holds no interest for them, these children, nor the word of the rich does them any good. Children, the world is full of attraction, beautiful ships, the warmth of the sun and love are such beautiful things. So children, surely Shakespeare is wicked, the map is bad example, with ships and sun and love tempting them to steal. So what is the meaning? The meaning is here, Shakespeare hold no interest for them. These children are not interested in Shakespeare, and children, nor the word of the rich does them any good. Even the children rich word is of no any use. They are not even to enter in that word, so it is no use for them. The world is full of attraction, like beautiful shapes, the warmth of the sun and love are such beautiful things. They entice these children, they are tempted to steal them. They feel that they should also enjoy this world. They try to run away from their miserable surrounding, for life did slyly turn in their crumpled hold. Slyly is secretly, and crumpled is narrow. Holes is layers, endless without any end. So they try to run away from their miserable surrounding. They live in their narrow, crowded lanes or holes. So where they are living in a hole-like home. A home is compared with a small hole. There is no end to this kind of life. It starts from the fog of uncertainty and ends with their death. On the heap of waste, these children wander aimlessly. Children, they from fog to endless night. On their slayer heap, these children wear skin peep through by homes and spectacle of steel. So they live in their narrow, crowded lanes or hole. There is no end to this kind of life. It starts from the fog of uncertainty and ends with their death. On the heap of waste, these small children wander aimlessly. Their bones are peeping out of their skin. Their spectacles look like pieces of broken bottles on stones. All their time and space is spent in those dirty and foggy slums. These slums are living hells. They are blot on the word of the rich and the great. So, children, this is happening, and so children. It is the life they live in the narrow, crowded lanes, and which is compared to a hole. There is no end to this kind of life, children. They know that they will never come out from this kind of life forever. This type of till death they will be living in that type of area only. It starts from the fog of uncertainty and ends with their death. On the heap of waste, these small children wander aimlessly. Now, children, there is a heaps of waste, and these children, they are wandering, they are playing, they are wandering, they are walking in these heaps only without the aim. No education, no aim, no money, no aim. Anyhow, children, they are passing their life like that. Their bones are peeping out of their skin. Their spectacles look like piece of broken bottles on stones. And children, their bones, they are so their bones are peeping out of their skin. Their spectacles look like pieces of broken bottles on stones. All their time and space is spent in those dirty and foggy slums. These slums are living hells. They are blot on the word of the rich and the great people. So Shakespeare and his why Shakespeare children is known as wicked, and the map is bad example for these children. Shakespeare and his work are of no use to them. He can't help in improving their cured fate, nor does the map of the world concern them. This map doesn't include their word of narrow lane and hole. What tempt them and why? Ship, sun and love are all such beautiful things. They tempt these children as they don't possess them. Children, how these children, they live in the holes. So they live like rats in their crumpled little holes. Fog and darkness dominate their life. These living hells are the dirty slum. They are blots on the map of the civilized world. It is the word of the rich and great. Slyly, children, the meaning of slyly is secretly. Slag means waste material, and pieces is a children, pieces is big bits. Now, on their slag heap, these children wear skin peeped through by bones and a spectacle of steel with mended glass, like lit bottle bits on stone. So children, what is their slag heap? Slag heap literally means a large pile of waste material left lying after mining a metal. Here it can mean their famished, wasted and weak bodies. Why are their bones peeping through the skin? So the bones are peeping through skin because it has been reduced to skeleton. There is no hardly any flesh and muscle left on their thin and weak bodies. Their bones appear to be peeping through their skin. With mended glass, it means that it suggests their weak eyes and poor eyesight. Now, so children, so with this children, what I feel is now we have done only 3 stanza. One more stanza is left, and but the time is also going to get over. So right now, children, we may what is the message the poet want to give here? So the message the poet want to give here is Stephen Standard deals with the theme of social injustice and class inequalities, and he wanted to tell that there are two different worlds: art, culture, and literature have no relevance and values to slum area. Even the greatest novelists of the world, it doesn't have any meaning for them. They don't want to even have seen that picture because they don't have nothing to do with that picture, and there's no sudden enthusiasm or progress or development in their world anyway, and they're just children living their life like that. So children, with this I end my video here, and tomorrow the last explanation, in tomorrow video the last explanation of the lesson will be there, and with this I conclude my video here. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.